So now we will see regarding the development in the children. So development, what does development mean? So far we have seen that in the growth, the cell number increases, the mass of the cell increases. That is, there is hyperplasia or hypertrophy. So in the development, the cell attains its maturation. Cell attains its maturation. So this development, it advances with the age. Okay. That means the child has to attain his full potential. That is what is called as the development. So as we have seen rules of growth, here there are also rules for development. So the important one is, again it is also a continuous process. It starts as soon as the baby is born and continues till the baby attains its full potential. Okay. And almost all babies have same pattern. Okay. Same pattern of development. Now, how does development happens? Development happens in the cephalocaudal fashion. That is, first the baby attains the head control, then the trunk, and then it's able to sit, then it is able to stand. So from the head to the bottom, and it is proximal to distal. What is proximal to distal? First the arm, the shoulder movement happens, then they develop the fine finger movements. Okay, so it is proximal to distal. Initially the development is disorganized, and then it becomes more specific. Like for example, initially if you show some toys to the baby will giggle. Okay, the baby may reach for the toy. So it is a generalized response. Okay, generalized response to toys. So this response then becomes more specific. That is, child just asks for the toy. So when you show a new object, child just want to see and explore what it is. So that becomes a more specific response. Then what happens? The baby has to lose certain primitive reflexes. Why it should lose certain primitive reflex? So that it attains the next milestone. Like for example, the baby has to lose the palmar grasp. Okay, when it loses the what is palmar grasp? You keep anything in the palm, the baby immediately closes. So baby has to lose the palmar grasp so that it changes to the voluntary grasp. Voluntary grasp means if a child wants to hold an object, it goes and holds the object. Okay, voluntarily. If I want, I will do, otherwise I won't do. So certain primitive reflexes need to be lost before the child attain the next milestone. Okay. So here important point is development is cephalocaudal and it is proximal to distal. Then how do you assess the development of the child? So pull to sit maneuver. So pull to sit means you pull the baby towards the midline. Okay. So what do you see? You see in a newborn, this head will be completely lagging. So by 6 weeks, the baby is able to hold the head in the midline momentarily. and after 3 to 5 months it will steadily hold. So how do you do pull to sit? The baby is lying down, you pull the baby gently and make it sit, and then you assess the head position. So this indirectly tells you the head control. Okay. So what we have seen? So in the pull to sit, by 6 weeks the baby will momentarily, okay, bring head to momentarily bring head to midline, and this will be, the head control will be completed. So this will be steady by 12 weeks. So by 12 weeks, once there is head control, this head control will become more steady. So this is a pull to sit maneuver. What is a ventral suspension? So when in the ventral suspension, in your palms you hold the chest and abdomen of the baby, okay, and then you suspend the baby. So what do you see? You see there is a complete head lag, okay. This is a complete head lag in case of newborn. So by 6 weeks baby will be momentarily able to hold in the midline, okay, in the horizontal plane, and by 8 to 12 weeks it will bring the head above the horizontal plane. So just placing the baby over the palms, this is called as ventral suspension. So in 6 weeks baby will momentarily keep head in midline. Okay, and in 8 weeks the baby will be head in horizontal plane. And in 12 weeks the head will be above horizontal plane. Okay. So third thing is prone position. What is prone position? So in prone position you make the baby lie down on the prone position and just observe. So normally in the newborn what happens? The knee will be over the abdomen, okay, it will be folded inside. As the baby matures, the knee get extended, okay, and the baby initially will be able to turn the head in the newborn period, but as it matures it will be able to raise the head above the midline, and then it bears the weight in the forearm, and then it extends the elbow and bears the weight over the hand, okay. So initially just observe the baby by placing it prone. Baby may turn the head to the sideways, the hip will be flexed and the knee will be touching the abdomen. As the baby matures, the knee get extended, the baby is able to hold the head in the 45-degree, and then it starts bearing the weight over the forearm, and then it bears the weight in the hand, okay. So in the prone position in newborn, baby can turn the head sideways, okay. So by 6 weeks what happens? Baby extends the knee, and by 8 weeks it can raise the head. How much it can raise the head? To around 45 degrees. Then 12 weeks it will bear the weight on the forearm. So, as it is bearing the weight on the forearm, it lifts the head. Clear? Then what you do in the sitting position? In the sitting position, if you make the child sit, the back will be rounded. Till 5th month. Once the child is able to sit with the support, the back will straighten up. Back straightens. Once child is able to sit with support. Okay. So, these are the various maneuvers by which we assess the development of the child, right from the pull to sit position or ventral suspension or prone positioning or sitting posture. Now, coming to the domains of the development. So, the important domains of the development is motor, that is gross motor, then fine motor, okay, then language, socio-adaptive. And then you have the hearing and vision. Okay. So, these are the important domains of the development. Let us see each one by one. So, any domain, you can remember it as a multiple of 3. Okay. So, just make a table like 3 months, then you make it 6, then it is 9 months, 12 months, 15 months. So, here in gross motor, just you need to add 2. So, you add 3 plus 2, it is 5 months, and 6 plus 2 is 8 months. So, what happens in 3 months? There is, so I told you development is cephalocaudal. So, what is happening? First there is head control. Okay. Then once the head has control, what happens? There is rolling over. Then trunk control is happening. So, child is able to roll over. Then what is happening? Child is able to sit. Initially the sitting is with support. Then it is sit without support. Then 9 month child is able to stand with support. Then 12 months it stands without support. Okay. Then 15 months, now the child is able to sit, child is able to stand. What it will do? Yes, it will start walking. So, walks independently. Clear? Now, what is happening? So, I told you make a multiple of 3. So after 15 months it is 18 months, then 2 years, 3 years, 4 years and 5 years. So by now the child is able to walk. What does it will do next? Yes, runs. So child will start running. And what it will do by 2 years? It will climb the stairs. So here what you have to remember is the climbing of stair will be 2 feet per step. Okay. So child is able to climb, but it will be 2 feet per step. So remember 2 for 2. Then by 3 years it will ride tricycle. So remember tri, T for T. 3 is 3 T. So T for T, it rides tricycle and it climbs upstairs by 1 feet per step. Clear? And by 4 years what it will do? It will hop. Hop means it can stand on one leg. Okay, hopping. So it will hop and it will climb downstairs. So this downstairs will also be 1 feet per step. Okay. And then 5 years it will skipping. So apart from this, the other entity, important things which you should remember is by 6 months child will have tripod position. Tripod means what? When it is sitting, it will use both the arms. So it will lean forward like this using both the arms. This is called as tripod. That is forms a triangle. So it is called as tripod position. And when it is by 9 months, it will also crawl. What do you mean by crawling? Crawling means the abdomen will be touching the ground. So you know that our soldiers, okay, in our line of control. So how do they go? They crawl and move forward. Okay, so that is called as crawl. Crawl means abdomen is touching the ground. So by 12 months they will creep. Creeping is abdomen is above the ground. So how will you remember? Simple. Remember A comes before E, isn't it? So crawling will be first, creeping will be later. So please note for your exam, this is important point. What is a tripod position? It attains at 6 months, crawling at 9 months and creeping is 12 months, 1 year. And here at once the child is able to walk independently, child can creep upstairs. So creeping, by way of creeping, it can go upstairs. Clear? Okay. So in this image you can see that initially the child is lying down. Okay, so the knees, you can see the knee is under the abdomen, and as the child is growing, the knee has been extended. The child is able to hold the head above the midline. Now it is bearing the weight on the forearm. Then it is able to sit with support. Here it is without support. Then standing with support. Then it is able to creep. So abdomen is off the ground, creeping. Then walking with support, standing independently, and then walking independently. Okay. So from lying down, it sits, then it stands, and then it starts walking. Now coming to the next domain, that is the fine motor. So fine motor, what happens? Again, you make a multiple of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months. So here you need to add 1 month above. So 1 plus 3 is 4 months. So what is happening in the first month? The child hand will be fisting. Child will be always closing the hand like making a fist. So they will be fisting. So what happens in the third month? Child starts opening the hand. So opening of the hand. What happens if the child is not opening? So persistent fisting means there is underlying damage to the brain. So it may be an early marker for cerebral palsy as well. Okay. Once the child has opened the hand, it will have a bidextrous grasp. What is bidextrous grasp? So bidextrous means using both the hand, bi. So child will hold the object like this. Okay, it will use both the hands. Again I say bi means two. So using both the hands, child will lift any object like this. It will hold the object like this. Then unidextrous grasp. What is unidextrous? Using one hand. So child will hold like this. So unidextrous is otherwise called as ulnar grasp. Ulnar means from the ulnar aspect of the hand, child will hold the object like this. This is ulnar grasp. What is the immature pincer grasp? Using the radial side. So using the radial side, child will hold like this. So you can see that my index finger and the thumb, it is a immature pincer grasp. What is a mature pincer grasp? If I hold like this, so I am holding only on my tip of index and the thumb finger. This is a mature pincer grasp. So bidextrous grasp, one hand, ulnar grasp, unidextrous. Immature pincer grasp like this. So I have extended my index finger. Mature pincer grasp is this. Okay. So 4 months there was bidextrous grasp, 6 months unidextrous grasp, 9 months immature. This unidextrous is otherwise the ulnar grasp. Okay. And this immature is otherwise the radial. So this is a immature pincer. And by 12 months you have a mature pincer grasp. So please mark it. Mature pincer grasp is at 12 months, immature is 9 months, and bidextrous is 4 months. So once the child is able to hold, what does it do? It imitates scribbling. Okay, and it can turn pages of the book. So 2 to 3 pages at a time. Then 18 months, two years, 3 years, 4 years and 5 years. So by 18 months, now the child can scribble. Okay, it can scribble. 2 years, it can make a line. 3 years, it can draw a circle. 4 years, cross. 5 years, triangle. and here 7 years is diamond. How do you remember? Very easy. Just remember line L, circle is O, cross is X. So logs S, square. Okay, either it can be a cross, that is the plus sign, or it can be square, that is also 4 years. Then triangle T and diamond D. So this goes by a mnemonic of logs STD. Okay. So here logs STD means line, the child can make a line by 2 years, a circle by 3 years, which is often asked in your exam, when can a child draw a circle. Okay. And child can make a cross. Cross means the plus mark. Okay. And square is also 4 years, triangle is 5 years, diamond is 7 years. So this is a mnemonic logs STD. Clear? So this is a pictorial representation in which you can see that the child is holding the dangle. It is holding this ring by both the hands. Okay, you can see both the hands it is holding. This is the biodextrous grasp. And what is it is doing? This is the immature pincer grasp. So you can see that the finger is extended. So this is a immature pincer grasp. If you can hold with the tip, that is called as a mature pincer grasp. So this was the hand to eye coordination. So one here important point is hand regard. What is a hand regard? Once the child is able to open the hand, it brings the hand in the midline and starts seeing the hand. So this happens by 12 weeks of age, that is 3 months. So by 3 months, the child will be observing keenly his own hands. But if this is persistent beyond 5 months, then it is abnormal. Okay. So if the hand regard is persistent beyond 5 months, then it is called as abnormal. So in the fine motor development, we saw the hand and eye coordination. Child is able to visualize and how the child is able to pick the objects. Now it is a hand-mouth coordination. So by 6 months, child will have mouthing. What is mouthing? I told you child would have developed unidextrous grasp. So child will be holding any object and putting inside the mouth. So it is called as mouthing. So many times after 6 months, mother will notice the child starts developing diarrhea, because every object the child sees starts putting inside the mouth. Child wants to explore. Okay. So this is called as mouthing. So by 1 year, child will stop mouthing and child can feed the self with cup. It will feed, but it will be able to feed, but it will be with the spilling. There will be lot of water the child will be spilling while feeding. So that is 18 months. Child will be able to feed with cup. So by 15 months, child will be able to feed with the cup. By 18 months, child can use spoon to feed. Okay. So initially what does it do? It will be putting everything inside the mouth. So mouthing will be there. Once the child stops mouthing by 1 year, it will be able to drink water with the cup. But here there will be spilling happening. But by 15 months, it will be able to feed the self with the cup without spilling, and by 1.5 year, it can use the spoon to feed self. Okay. Then advanced skill. Advanced skill is child uses the blocks to explore. Okay. So here they can make a tower of blocks. So here 15 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years. So how many tower can child make? Yes. So by 15 months, child can make a tower of 2 cubes. So by 18 months, it can make a tower of 3 cubes. By 2 years, 6 cubes. And by 3 years, 9 cubes. How do we remember? So 2 into 3 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. Just a way to remember. Okay. 2 into 3 is 6. So remember 2 cubes, 3 cubes, 6 cube. 3 plus 6, add 3 and 6, it is a 9 cube. So in the left side, you have to write 15 months, 18 months, 2 years and 3 years. So what does the child do at 4 years? 4 years and 5 years. So child can make a bridge. So using the block like this. Okay, something like this. So using the blocks, the child can make a bridge. And by 5 years, child can make a gate. So bridge is, so often they ask you in the exam is tower of 9 cubes is by 3 years. Tower of 3 cubes is by 18 months. Okay, and gate is by 5 years. So these are the advanced skill, that is using the blocks. How do the child explore? Then coming to the dressing. So you have to remember that first is undressing. So child can undress first, then he can dress. This is the basic thing you should understand. So now what does the child do? So by 1 year, child can remove the cap, socks and mittens. Now by 18 months, child can unzip. Okay, he can unzip himself. Then 2 years, child can undress fully. So 3 year, child can dress and undress. Already undress has done. So now he can dress himself except, yes, except buttoning. That means what? It needs help to button the shirts, etc. Okay. But except that, he can dress and undress himself. Now by 5 years, the child can dress and undress with buttoning. Okay, and also here they can tie shoelace. So first you have to remember in the dressing that first undress happens and then the dressing will happen. Initially, by 1 year, child can remove the socks, the mittens, that is the gloves, and the cap. So by 18 months, it can unzip. So by 2 years, it can undress himself fully. 3 years, it can dress and undress except for buttoning. By 5 years, it can dress as well as undress, including with the buttoning. Also can tie the shoelace, because this they ask you in the exam. When can the child tie the shoelace? So it is at 5 years of age. Now coming to the language. So far what we have seen? So far we have seen the gross motor. How does the child attain the gross motor development? And then we have seen the fine motor. In the fine motor, there is a hand-eye coordination. Then there is a hand-mouth coordination. Then you have a advanced skills. And then you have the dressing. Fine. Now in the language. So again you make a multiple of 3. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months. So here you have to add 1 month, and 1 plus 3 is 4 months. Okay. So by 1 month, child will be alert to the sound. Alert to sound. Suppose a child is crying, you make some noise, child will immediately stop. Okay, so it becomes alert to the sound. So by 3 months, it starts cooing. Cooing means it start making noise. So vowels. It will start making the noise, that is the cooing words. Then 4 months, it will laugh aloud. As we laugh, it will also laugh. Ha ha. It will start laughing aloud. So 6 months, child can say monosyllable. What is monosyllable? Ma, ba, pa. Okay. Then 9 months, it says bisyllable. What is a bisyllable? Mama, baba, tata. Okay, this is a bisyllable word. So by 12 months, it can say 1 to 2 meaningful words like amma, appa. Okay, can say 1 to 2 meaningful words. So by 15 months, it will have a jargon speech. There will be speech. It will be speaking in his own language. We say no, we don't know what the child is speaking. So child will have a jargon speech. Then 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years and 5 years. So by 18 months, child will be having a vocabulary of 8 to 10 words. Will have a vocabulary of 8 to 10 words. So by 2 years, it can speak 2-word sentences. By 3 years, it knows the age, sex and name. Okay. And by 4 years, it can say a simple rhyme. So by 4 years it can tell a story. And by 5 years it will ask questions. So, okay. So in the language, the important in the 1 month, child will be alert to the sound. Then it will start cooing by 3 months of age. And then it speaks a monosyllable word by 6 months, bisyllable by 9 months. And very important, 1 to 2 meaningful word by 1 year. Then they ask you 8 to 10 word vocabulary is by 18 months. And here you have a, by 2 years you will have a vocabulary of 100 words. Again, that is an important MCQ, 100 words. And they know the sex, age and the name. By 3 years they can sing a simple rhyme. And storytelling is by 4 years, and by 5 years they can ask the questions. Meaning of words. Okay. The next important milestone is the socio-adaptive. Okay. Again here you make a multiple of 3. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months. So what happens? So here you need to add 1. So 2 months. So 2 months child will have social smile. Very important domain, social smile. What is meant by socio-adaptive? Socio-adaptive indirectly it it estimates the cognition function of the brain. Cognition function of the brain, how far you are able to understand. Okay. So that is assessed by the socio-adaptive. What is a social smile? See, the child may smile at birth. Okay, it may smile in the sleep during the time of sleep. Social smile means once you smile, child will reciprocate and smile back. That is called as social smile. Very important domain at 2 months. At 3 months, child will recognize the mother. Recognizes the mother. Then 6 months, child will have stranger anxiety. What does it mean? Child knows who is the father, who is the mother, who is familiar faces. So whoever is coming outside or any other person who is approaching the child understands, oh, he is something stranger. Okay, so he develops that stranger anxiety. He doesn't want to go and be with them. So that is called as the stranger anxiety. Other important milestone is mirror image. What is a mirror image? Child is seeing self in the mirror and smiles. So that is called as the mirror image. So this is again by 6 months. And by 9 months, child will wave bye-bye. Okay, if you wave bye-bye, child will wave back saying it is bye-bye. So by 1 year, child will play with a simple ball, plays with ball. Okay, so by 1 year, child will be playing with a simple ball and he will come when called. So if you are calling the child, come here, means child will come. So he is able to understand your command and he comes. So that is what it assesses the cognition of the child. So by 15 months, child will point to objects. Okay, anything he wants means he will point to the objects. And then 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So, by 3 year, very very important, child will have domestic mimicry. Domestic mimicry. What is domestic mimicry? If the mother is sweeping, the child will also enact that he is sweeping. That is called as domestic mimicry. And so, by 2 years, child will ask for food, drink and toilet. Okay. What is child will do by 2 years? He will be asking for the food, drink and the toilet. He can identify 1 to 2 color. Okay. And he can start counting. Starts counting. So, here he can ask for food, drink and toilet. He can identify 1 to 2 colors. He will begin to count. So, by 3 years, we have already seen he knows the age, sex and the gender. And 4 years, he starts sharing toys. And here he starts counting. He will pull people to show toys. Okay. So, 2, remember 2, he can identify 2 color, he can begin to count, pull the people to show the toys. And in 4 years, they will have a cooperative play. That is, he starts playing with the other children. So, he will have a cooperative play. And 5 years, he can identify 4 colors. Okay. Count up to 4 digits. Here in 4 years, he can have a right to left discrimination. Okay. So, what is happening? 2 months social smile, then the child is recognizing the mother, he has the stranger anxiety, starts waving bye bye, plays with the simple ball game, start pointing to the object, has a domestic mimicry, and then in 2 years it starts identifying colors and starts counting. Okay. Also asks for the food, drink and toilet. By 3 years, this is very important, knows the age, sex and the gender and starts sharing the toys with the other, but doesn't play with the others. So, it is a parallel play. So, by 4 years, they will have right to left discrimination, whether it is right side or the left side, that discrimination will begin to happen by 4 years. And here they can toilet train alone. Toilet alone. So, they can go to the toilet alone by 4 years. And by 5 years, they identify 4 colors and they can count up to 4 digits. Okay. So, this is the pictorial representation in which you can see when the child is seeing the mother, child is reciprocating by smiling. So this is called as a social smile. And what is this figure? This is the mirror image. So child is seeing his or her own image and then smiling back. So this is at 6 months. Social smile is 2 months. Okay. Now coming to the last domain, that is the vision. So what happens in the vision? Child is able to fix the object. So he fixates up to a distance of 8 to 10 inches. Okay. So how he is able to fixate at a distance of 8 to 10 inches, and how far he will do? So in the newborn period, it is up to 45 degree. So as the child is maturing, that is 4 weeks, this will be 90 degree. He can see up to fix and follow the object up to 90 degree, and by 12 weeks this is 180 degree. Okay. So if you see pictorially, this is a child. So here 45 degree is till the newborn period, 90 degree, and this 90 degree is by 4 weeks. Okay, this is the 45 degree. This 45 degree is in the newborn period, 90 degree happens by 4 weeks, and here 180 degree happens by 12 weeks. Okay, so child is able to fix the object, also it follows the object initially for 45 degree, then it can go up to 90 degree, then by 3 months it goes up to 180 degree. Okay, this is in the vision. Now what is a binocular vision? Binocular vision means child is able to see from both the eyes and there will be overlapping of the image. So binocular vision is important for depth perception. Depth perception. Okay. So the binocular vision usually begins by 6 weeks and it matures by 4 months. Then hearing. So we have already seen that initially the child, so from birth the child can hear. Okay, child becomes alert to the sound by 1 month of age. Now here what happens? By 3 months child can localize the source of sound. Localization. That is, if I am making sound from the right side, child will turn to right, or the left side, child is able to localize. So that is by 3 months. Now 6 months, child is able to localize below the level of ear. That is, if the sound is coming from below, so child can see below. Okay, that is by 6 months. Now 7 months, child can localize above. So child can turn up above the level of ear. And 10 months, child can localize diagonally. Okay, diagonal. Diagonal localization, very important. So diagonal localization happens by 10 months. So initially the child will have a vague response. If a newborn you make a response, the child may cry, child may startle, okay? But by 3 months, they start localizing. That is, they start turning towards the source of the sound. And by 6 months, they can localizing the sound if it is coming below. And by 7 months, that is coming above the level of the ear. And by 10 months, they can diagonally, like I am sitting, if something is coming from my back, I can turn diagonally and see. So that is called as diagonal localization. So the some other things which is often asked in your exam, okay, which doesn't fit exactly into these domains is pivoting. What is pivoting? Once the child is able to sit without the support, he starts exploring the object. So he turns to the back and picks the object. That is called as pivoting. So this happens by 9 months. Okay, that is, once the child is able to sit without support, he turns backwards to lift the object. This is called as pivoting. What is object permanence? So I am underlining this. What is object permanence? Object permanence is if you show a toy to the child and then you remove the toy, but the child will be looking for the toy because child thinks it is a permanent object. That is called as object permanence. So this occurs at what age? Yes, 9 months. So again, this is an important MCQ often asked. Then cruising. What do you mean by cruising? Once the child is able to stand with support, he pushes the furniture and moves. So moving by help of furniture. This is called as cruising. So this will happen by 10 to 11 months. Okay, once the child is able to stand with support, then he starts moving by using the furniture. So this is called as cruising. What is casting? Casting means whatever child is getting, child drops the object on the floor. So you give him something, he immediately throws. So throwing the object. So this is normal. This is at 1 year of age. This is called as casting. So far what we have seen in the development is what is development, what were the principles of development, and what were the domains of the development. Okay. Now we are going to see the development quotient. So what is a development quotient? It is otherwise called as DQ. Okay. So you can calculate it by development age by the chronological age into 100. Let's say, how do you assess the development age? We have already known the normal aspect of the development. Let's say a child who is 4 years old as per his chronological age, but he is able to only walk with support. Okay, so that is around the age of 1 year. Okay, he is able to stand without support. So the development age is 1 year, but chronological age is 4 years into 100. So here the DQ will be 25. So how do you interpret it? So development age less than 70 is called as severe delay. Okay. So less than 70, if DQ is less than 70, this is called as a severe delay. So development quotient is assessed by developmental age by the chronological age multiply it by the 100. Now what happens in the preterm baby? So in the preterm baby, we normally take into account the corrected gestational age. Okay, and how long will you take this into account? Till 2 years of age. What do you mean by corrected gestational age? Let's say there is a baby who is born at 32 weeks. Okay, he is a 32 weeker. Now he has presented to you at 5 months. So this baby is born 8 weeks prior to his term. So that means the corrected gestational age will be 5 months minus 2, that is 3 months. Okay. So this baby is born 2 months prior to the expected. So when the baby is coming to you at 5 months, you take the corrected gestational age to assess the development of the child. That means from the 5 months you minus the 2 months, so it comes to 3 months. So this baby should have a development of 3-month-old baby. So how long will you take this into account? Till 2 years of age. Now what is a global developmental delay? Global developmental delay means if there is delay in 2 or more domain, then it is called as global developmental delay. Why you should know this? Because etiology varies. You understand, if a child who is having a delay in all the domains, suppose language is a problem, gross motor is a problem, fine motor is problem, that means there is a severe insult to the brain. What about isolated delay? Isolated delay means there may be delay in one domain alone. Like example, in case of malnutrition, child may have delay only in the motor domain. So now you understand why you should know whether it is a isolated delay or whether it is a global developmental delay, because the etiology varies with the type of the delay. Like you have a malnutrition, another thing is myopathies. So even in muscle disorders, there will be motor delay alone. Understand? Now developmental screening test. So how do you screen? So there are many screening tests. The commonly used one is Phatak-Baroda. Phatak-Baroda screening test. This is the most commonly used in India. Then you have Trivandrum development screening test. Okay. So Phatak-Baroda development screening test, you have Trivandrum development screening test, you have Denver development scale, then you have Goodenough draw a man test. Okay. So these are the some important development screening test. What about the confirmatory test? So in the confirmatory test, the commonly what we use is a Bailey scale. Bailey scale for infants and toddler. Infants and toddler. You have Stanford Binet. Stanford Binet scale. You have Vineland. Vineland scale. Vineland adaptive behavior scale. You have Wechsler's scale, then Darcy. Why this is important? They can ask you in the MCQ that all are developmental screening test except. Okay, so that is why you should know the at least the names of these scales. The important one is the Bailey scale and Darcy. These both are the confirmatory test, whereas in the screening test the important is the Phatak Baroda screening test, the Denver developmental scale. So these are the screening test. So just to recollect, let us see few MCQs. So this is a child who is able to ride tricycle. He tells his name and the gender, what is the developmental age. So here there is a direct question. Okay, they have given you the scenario. So what did I tell you? When will the child ride tricycle? So T for T. So 3 years. 3 years, T for T. So he knows the name and gender. So here the answer is 3 years. Which milestone is developed first? Is it a creeping? Is it a crawling? Is it a pincer grasp or a mirror image? So let us see. So I told you crawling. A comes first, then is the creeping. Okay. Pincer grasp is 1 year. What about mirror image? 6 months. So here the crawling will happen by 9 months and creeping will be around 11 to 12 months. So here the answer will be mirror image. Okay, mirror image will happen first by 6 months. Which is correctly matched? Social smile is at 2 years, sitting with support is 15 months, copying a triangle is 5 years, skipping is 4 years. Yes, straightforward. So what is the answer? Copying a triangle. Why? So social smile is 2 months. It is not 2 years. Sitting with support is 6 months. Skipping is 6 years. Clear? So here the answer will be copying a triangle. Sorry, skipping is 5 years. So what is the age of the baby? With tripod position, bidextrous grasp, he is recognizing the stranger and can spell out bisyllable word. So if we see 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. So what is it? Yes, it is 9 months. Why? So child is able to sit with baby is having tripod position. That means 6 months. Bidextrous grasp? Yes, 6 months. Recognizes stranger? 6 months. But what else is given? It can spell out bisyllable. So it can speak bisyllable word, that is 9 months. So whichever is later, that should be the developmental age. Okay, whichever is the highest, that you should mark as the developmental age. Absence of social smile is abnormal beyond what age? 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So here answer will be 3 months. We know that social smile should appear by 2 months. Doesn't appear beyond 3 months, then it is abnormal.